Ram had now heard the news of Sita from Hanuman. Hanuman told Ram that Sita is waiting for him and would not leave the Lanka with anyone but Ram. Ram was delighted to hear this and immediately told everyone that he is now ready to attack Ravan by going to Lanka. Ram also understood that Ravan was very powerful and he was blinded by arrogance. He knew that he can kill Ravan and his army with Lakshman, but it would be very difficult and not very convenient. Plus, an army is always helpful when waging a war. He told Sugriv to get his army ready. However, Sugriv's army was small and there were only a few soldiers in it. Hence, Ram asked every Vanar and bear to join the army. The whole of Kishkinda was happy to receive this news. They were so excited that every animal and everyone reported to Ram. Ram was delighted beyond any measure. While he was happy to have them with him, he knew that it would be impossible for him to handle everyone alone. He needed support and ministers to handle the army. Hence, he bifurcated the army, and each section of them had leaders like Angad, Jambavan, Nal, Neel, etc. The people of Kishkinda and nearby kingdoms were united and happy to see how Ram was working. They offered their full support in whatever way they could. Even women and people that couldn't participate in war showed their support by helping in whatever way they could. The goldsmiths carved weapons such as bows and arrows, swords, and war armors. The women made food and gave them in whatever capacity they could. The children offered their little savings and were always around to help in whatever little tasks they could do. They often relayed messages and made sure that small tasks were done by them. Now that everything was ready and Ram had enough resources, he knew that now he needed a perfect plan and a strategy to carry out his idea of defeating Ravan. He sat with Lakshman, Sugriv, and all the ministers to see what would be the plan to go to Lanka, how much resources would they need, and who they would face in the war. They also gathered as much information as they could. Finally, it was decided that each of them would face a specific minister or part of Ravan's army, while Ram would be the one to kill Ravan and rescue Sita. Everything was set and now they were ready to go. They started their journey and said their goodbyes. The goodbyes were hearty and heavy as many families knew that their loved ones may not return from this massive war. However, they were brave enough to let them fight for the right and re-establish Dharma in the world. What lied ahead was a mystery to all of them.